What do we have here today? Samples part 2. I'm gonna give you guys some advice as well when it comes to the manufacturing process, because I feel like that's like the trickiest part when building a brand is finding that right manufacturer. It's gonna take trial and error. You're gonna learn from your mistakes and everything. So I'm here to help you guys make less errors when it comes to samples. I'm gonna show you the samples that I got back. This one is from a China manufacturer. Now, usually when you go with China manufacturers, they're usually more expensive. Shipping takes a little bit longer. Quality is supposed to be better compared to like a Pakistan manufacturer. But I'm here to tell you that I'll make a specific video like talking about China and packing manufacturers. I'll mention a little bit about it here. But like apparently, right, like China manufacturers are supposed to be like better quality. That's that's a myth. I'm here to debunk that myth. It doesn't matter what country, it depends on the factory you're working with. Pakistan has good manufacturers and bad manufacturers. China has good manufacturers and bad manufacturers. This is the hoodie that I'm dropping in my next collection for winter. It's a black hoodie, supposed to have sun fade. It does have sun fade, but they did it wrong. This is another thing that you guys are going to learn from my mistakes, and making sure your manufacturer is going about the sun fading process in the right order. Okay, so what they did wrong here is, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. You might a little bit, but I'm gonna bring it closer. They put the print on first onto the fabric, and then they put the sun fade on. And obviously, common sense, if you do that, is gonna mess with the print, right? It's not only gonna fade the fabric, it's gonna mess with the print as well. Fade the fabric first, and then print the design on top. And I told them this. I told the China manufacturer this, but they didn't listen. They're like, don't worry, everything's gonna come out like the tech pack, like how you want. I'm like, no, you're not listening to me. You already put the print on first, and then you're planning on and you haven't sun faded yet. If you sun fade next, it's gonna mess up the print. They're like, no, we're doing it how you want it. That's not how I want it. Okay, so that's the only thing they messed up, which is a major part, because that's a big part of the hoodie. But in terms of the weight, the quality, they got it right. The fitting, they got it right. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess up the fitting because I literally sent them exact measurements of this hoodie that I have. Like literally, I measured every single part. So when it comes to measurements, all the measurements came out exactly how I wanted. So there was no problems with that. It's because I made it easy for them though. Good thing they followed it. So I can even throw it on. It's an oversized hoodie, drop shoulder, 450 GSM French terry cotton. Everything is good. It's supposed to be monochrome, black on black. Everything is good. They just messed up the sun fade, which pissed me off. Now, I did use Alibaba for these China manufacturers. That's the only good thing about them, is if you get finessed, if they mess up your samples, you have trade insurance. But not all of them do, so that's why you have to pick the right manufacturer, making sure they have trade insurance. So with this, I can get my money back because they didn't follow directions. They are making a second sample of this hoodie for me without the fade. So this is one thing I hate about manufacturers. They kind of limit your creativity unless you find out right manufacturer. So I'm kind of in a rush for this drop, so I was like, I'm not gonna go spend a month looking for another menu. So I told them, hey, everything is good. You just messed up the sun fade. So we'll just take the sun fade out of the design for this drop, and let's just have a simple hoodie without the sun fade. So they're making that second sample right now, and it's gonna take 2-3 weeks. Here are the pants. So they're straight, regular fit. I was about to say slim, but they're not. They're regular, straight fit, corduroy pants, 100% cotton. Originally on my tech pack, I had 98% cotton, 2% elastane. But then they had to have to go and find the fabric. They didn't have it. I was like, whatever, just do 100% cotton, not a big deal. Now the weight of these pants in my tech pack I had is make sure it's 14 ounces. But I don't know if this 14 ounces is very, very light. It kind of feels cheap because of how light it is. But again, measurements came out perfect because I measured it myself. I have 2 pairs of corduroy pants, measured both, got exact measurements, and I sent it to them. So there's no way you can mess up on measurements. The measurement is good. The pants are not bad, right? It could have been better. I feel like it could be a little bit heavier so it could feel more expensive. But let me show you guys the details. All right. I don't know if you guys can see the details, but there we go. This is our custom button on the pants with the SK initial logo on it. Now, it's supposed to be more shiny, but it looks like very old. It just doesn't look as clean as I want it, and it doesn't look shiny. So that's another thing I don't like about it. So 1, the button is not as shiny. 2, it's very lightweight, so it feels cheap. But here's another mistake as well, which is very minor, not a big deal. So here is, let me take the focus off. So here's like the little size tag or whatever and the brand name. But instead of a medium, this is supposed to say 32. So 32 is like a medium, that's how I have it. But it's supposed to be the number and not the letter M. So that's another minor mistake. I guess China manufacturers don't know how to listen. In the back pocket, we have this little patch. First time they made this, they messed up. I had her send me a photo. It's very important. Make sure they're sending you photos constantly. This manufacturer didn't, and I was like begging for them to send it. Right? So where they messed up the first time, like they had this. You know how it's like the size shaped like the pocket itself? They had it as a like tiny square. It was like a smaller fabric. I'm like, bro, that is not what the tech pack looks like. Can you please make it the same size, shape of the pocket? And then the second time they got it right. So that's the pants. Pants overall, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. They made minor mistakes, but it's cool because I am in a rush with this drop. So we're gonna go with this. Still very good, still very nice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the leather jacket. Here is the leather jacket the China manufacturer made. 1, it has a weird smell to it. Something about leather jackets, man. 2, it's very light. This motherfucker gotta be fake. I gotta do more research. I've done a little bit of research in the past about telling the difference between fake and real leather. And this is given fake leather. Even I told them use real leather, and they said yes, we're using real leather, and it is real leather. But I don't think it's real leather, and I'm gonna have to do more research on that. And definitely gonna use my trade insurance to get my money back on this. Spent $400 on this. The other one I spent $250 on. It came out exactly how I wanted. Way better than this. Real leather, heavy, perfect. Looks perfect. Y'all seen it in the last video. This one, man, flimsy. It looks terrible. They messed up the stitching on this SK. They didn't stitch it the way I want it to be stitched, like it is in the tech pack. The stitching on this as well is not how I wanted it. The fabric, the type of leather they use is just not it. The colors, not it. It's not it. Make sure you guys request fabric swatches from these manufacturers, before you pick out the fabric for them to use in production. Make sure you do that. I didn't do that. I was again rushing, bro. But now it, like with fast shipping, it takes 3 to 8 days to get your order. So I know next time that's not really a long time. So in the beginning of my process of talking to the manufacturer, I'm gonna make sure they send me fabric swatches, so it comes out good the first time, and I'm making sure I'm picking the right fabrics, because it's much better when you have it right in front of you. You can see what it looks like. With the photos they're sending you, you don't know what it looks like. I had them send me photos of the fabric swatches. It's really hard to pick that way. So don't make that mistake. Yeah, what don't I like about this? It just looks ass. It doesn't look like how I wanted in the tech pack. Compared to the other leather jacket, it doesn't compare, bro. So this is another advice I would give you guys is when you're sampling, if you have the money, please sample the same thing with at least 2 different manufacturers. That's what I did with the leather jacket, and thank God I did that, because if I just only sampled with this China manufacturer, I would have been stuck with this BS. I would have had to settle for this BS. But thank God I got the other manufacturer to make my leather jacket. I'm going to go with them for the leather jacket, and then I'm going to go with this manufacturer for the pants and the hoodie. Here are the 2 leather jackets, the samples. This one fits better. This one looks better. The stitching, more importantly, is correct on this one. They stitched it the way that I want. But I don't know how it looks on camera, but you tell me which one looks better. They messed up. It's like connected to each other. Dang, this is a leather jacket, my guy. What? Feels like it's made from plastic bags. It's just ass. Let me put on the pants so I don't have these red pants on looking like a clown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the hoodie. The print, the size of the print is good. The size of the print on the left chest is good. The bottom hem on this hoodie, it's supposed to be loose. They got that right. I don't like when it's tight. Like when you're wearing a shirt under it, it just doesn't look right. Like I said, everything they got right on this hoodie besides the fade. So that's why I'm going to pull up on Vanessa in China. Vanessa's the girl I'm talking to on Alibaba who told me, don't worry, my dear. Everything's going to come out how you want. I'm like, why is it taking forever? She said, don't worry, my dear. The wait is going to be worth it for the quality you're getting. I'm like, yeah, all right. The quality of the leather jacket is not backing that up. The quality of the pants is, The quality of the hoodie is good, though. So what you guys should take away from this and my mistakes, which is a good reason why I'm sharing this with you guys. 1, not only to document my journey, but 2, for you guys to learn from. Free game. I would say definitely make sure to take more time when it comes to picking a manufacturer. I think I spent a whole month, bro, looking for the right manufacturer. And even after a whole month, the manufacturer I picked was like a 6 out of 10 at best. So for my next drop, and I'm already working on it, I'm going to be talking to multiple manufacturers in different countries. I'm going to talk to all of them, send them my tech packs, and learning from my mistakes. I'm going to compare all the different prices. Because what I do, I make a tech pack, or I also make a Google spreadsheet with all the manufacturers I've talked to, and take down, how long the sample lead time is, how long the bulk takes, the pricing, what they can make, what they cannot make, all that stuff. And I put it on there. Now I have everything. I can compare all the different manufacturers. I'm going to do that again, but I only did it with the China manufacturer. This time I'm going to do it with Portugal manufacturers, Pakistan manufacturers, China manufacturers, US manufacturers. I'll compare one and then pick the best one from there. What I'm really looking for when it comes to a manufacturer is 1, good quality, 2, good turnaround time. That's all I care about. Now, for you, it might be different. For you, maybe it's the pricing. Now, if you have connections, people who've worked with past manufacturers and they made them good quality and they have nothing but good things to say about that manufacturer, if you have someone that could just give you a manufacturer, that is best case scenario, because that is what happened with my other leather jacket that came out perfect. Somebody gave me that manufacturer, and God bless you. God bless you. I wish you could give me more manufacturers, but bro is not responding to me. But that is it, man. If you're still watching, the one person that's still watching, I don't know if anyone is watching, You can get Shopify for $1 in the description. You're welcome. That's it. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for following along with my journey. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, follow my personal Instagram and my brand Instagram. Both are good ways to stay updated with me, my journey, and my brand.